Hello, everyone. Hello out there. It's me, Simply Smiling. I'm here for a brief chat this morning. We've come through a ice storm and things are looking on the up and up. We have some sunshine today, so hopefully and prayerfully things will get back to the norm. Speaking of the norm, I wanted to come in and chime in on and ask you the question, who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing for you? How are you making things happen for you? When you're born of a mom and a dad, you have parents. They do whatever they have to do, what that is to get you here, right? So you're here. What do? You learn as you grow, you learn, and we watch things. We watch our parents, how they deal with grief, how they deal with stress, how they deal with everything going on in the world, and then too how they provide for us and how they make us happy. We look at all of that. There are some characteristic traits that we want to inherit from the parents. You don't always inherit all of their characteristic traits. You may inherit their appearance. You may inherit their hair texture. You may inherit any and everything from them on the outside, but the inside is free range. The inside is what God looks at. The inside is where all the goodness is. If you find yourself, somebody in the family may say, oh, she acts just like her mom, she's short-tempered. Or she acts just like her dad, she's short-tempered. Well, we know, we watched that growing up, so we know we don't have to be that person. Everything on the inside has a chance to be changed and rearranged. We're not destined to be our parents, so to speak. Take away all the good and we see all the bad, and we are able to decipher good from bad and what works for us. That not everything is going to be good all the time, and we know that. But we want to pull from as much good as we can from our parents so that we can grow and add on to the goodness. God looks on the inside, like I said. The outside is what man looks at. We can go out all day, lose the weight, look really good, get a new hairdo, get your nails done, face on fleek, whatever you want to do. Buy that new outfit in a smaller size, buy a bigger house, buy a nice car. All of this is things on the outside, or things on the outside. On the outside. But what about the inside? Don't you know the outside is a covering for the inside? You can't just look at someone and see their inside. You can feel it if it's all good, but you can't actually see and touch it like you can on the outside. Like I said, the outside is a covering. Say your outside shell is the cover of your book, your chapter, your life story. It's the cover of you. Everything on the outside is going to have everything good to say about you, even a good picture on the outside of your book. The introduction of the author, that's you. Everything is on the outside. But once you start flipping the pages of your life, you're dwelling into the inside of you. How strong are you on the inside? How kind are you? How good are you? Are you a giver? Do you have kind and nice things to say and do for other people? Who are you on the inside? Because we can cover up with a nice book cover all day long. We can just do that. We can disguise ourselves in many ways. And unfortunately, sometimes we do that if things are not going great in the home or if things are not going good for us. So we got to be ready to just dissect yourself on the inside. Okay? Don't worry about the outside. Don't worry about it. If you got to, disguise yourself from the outside, don't worry about it. Why? Because goodness on the inside overtakes the outside. The goodness when you start doing good things and doing good things for yourself and for others and start living a happier, more successful life, all that goodness will overflow. It's going to come out. It's going to make room for you in your life, the goodness. Be careful of how you handle your goodness on the inside. I believe that God places all this goodness on the inside. I really do, for us to cultivate it, to help it to grow, to help it to be what we need to be for our lives to be that happy and successful life. You got to be willing and ready to make changes in your life where there aren't any. You're not bound by your parents. I keep saying it because a lot of people, I hear people from time to say, well, I'm just that way. That's the way mom was. That's the way dad was. So deal with it. That's not true. You can change that, especially if you're not happy with how you're behaving, especially if you're not happy with how you're treating others. If you're not happy with how you're treating yourself, then change those things. It's okay to change those things. Okay? It's the inside that matters. It's the inside that needs to overflow and take over your life. It's not the outside. Outside, like I said, is man-made. We can fix that up all day long and make it what we want it to be. A lot of people, unfortunately, do live a facade of a life. Their covering speaks for them, but that's the outside. So you're going to see what they want you to see. But if it's coming from the inside, you immediately feel it. This is a good person. This is a kind person. I can feel this. You don't have to say, I'm a kind person, because your goodness will speak for you. Your goodness will make room for you in your life and in the lives of others that you care about, be it your partner, your spouse, your husband, whoever, your children even. The goodness will do what it needs to do. Why? Because good equals good equals good equals good. It's all good, right? Amen. It's all good. So be smart when it comes to how you perceive yourself. Be smart when it comes to how you accept yourself. Like I said, you don't have to accept the parents in you. You know, if it was not good stuff, you don't have to accept that. You have the power to change that. It's already been placed in you, the goodness. So cultivate it, like I said, ignite it, rejuvenate it. Whatever you got to do a reset and find yourself. You'll be a happier person. When we cover up on the outside too, it allows for stress to come in, anxiety. It allows for us to be an unhappy person. And we don't want to be depressed, stressed. Our mental capacities get challenged. We don't want any of that. You know, and a lot of times, too, when you cover up on the outside and say, this is who I am, world, a lot of times that would attack your mental capacities and would cause you to be stressed and depressed. Because for one, you're telling a lie about yourself. And for two, you're not going to be happy with yourself. You know, I speak to people a lot, too, that say, well, I just don't like myself, and that's just the way it is. Well, you need to change that, because as long as you're living and breathing, you're still here for a reason, and your reason is not just about you. Understand, I do believe that God put us here for others as well as for ourselves. So we got to be careful of what we say, what we speak on our lives, you know, and stop putting all these limited beliefs on what we can and cannot do because of where we came from. We are not where we came from. We're really not who we came from. We are who we're designed to be. We are who we're designed to belong to. We got all the power we need. We got to utilize it. We got to believe it. We got to focus on it, and we've got to understand, yes, I have a chance in life. No, my sad part of my life is not going to define me. And another thing, too, stop trying to prove yourself to others. You don't have to do that. They're breathing on their own. You need to breathe on your own. You don't have to prove yourself to others. We're not here to prove and compare ourselves to others. We need to stop doing that and be happy for others if they're reaching their goals in life. Okay, if they've written that book that they told you they've been writing for years, amen, I'm guilty. But if they reach any of their goals in life, if they're losing weight, be happy for people, and don't try to figure out what they're doing or how they're doing it. Losing weight is healthy, especially if you need to lose weight. Their goal of how they get there is their journey. It's none of our business. Clap and applaud people when they reach their goals. I never understood how and why people would tear people down when they start going the right way, in the right direction. If you're in a bad relationship and you finally left a man or left a woman, people should be happy for you, especially if they know the story. But a lot of times they would not even think you can make it on your own, when that's what you've been doing all along, if you had a partner that wasn't willing to work with you. So we got to flip the way we look at things when we look at other people. Don't be so judgmental. Okay, why is she with Peter Paul? Why is he with Mary Jane? I mean, it's none of our business. Why are you where you are, and why are you even considering worrying about somebody else? When we worry about other people, put our mouths on other people's business and situations, we halt our own success. We halt it. We don't have time for that. We're not here for that. And then when you do that, you're losing, excuse me, you're losing all your valuable time that you need to put into yourself. I'm a work in progress, and I'm going to work at myself. I'm going to chisel away all the negativity in myself before I even reach out to others. I love reaching out to others. As a life coach, you know, this is what I do. I've seen success in the lives of others. I've seen people overcome shyness and they get boldness. I've seen people overcome fear and they get faith. So I know it can work, and it also has worked in my life as well. It's a win-win for everybody when we chip in and help one another instead of tearing one another down. It makes no sense to me. What's the end result? I'm trying to understand. Excuse me. What is the end result when we tear each other down? What's the end result? What's the award or the reward? What are we gaining? We're not gaining anything. So be careful what you're saying, who you put your mouth on, because you're damaging yourself. And then, too, if there's somebody in your life that you need to forgive. This is all tips moving forward into this new year. We're still fresh on 2026. Let's get amped up and make this the best year possible. But let's clean it up at the top. And we're still at the top of the year. Still in January, okay? When you have forgiveness in your life, or unforgiveness, excuse me, you need to forgive the situation or the person or whatever happened umpteen years ago. If it was just last year, last month, go ahead and forgive. Forgive, speak it, speak from your heart and forgive it. If you got to cry it out, you got to shout it out, get it out. Why? Because when you forgive, you make room for your blessings to come into your life. When you have horrible unforgiveness, you halt your blessings. Your blessings are at the door, but they may come, but they're not coming from where they're supposed to be coming from, because the enemy has a way of blessing his people too and keeping you bound thinking you're there and you're not. Okay, don't be tricked by the enemy. Don't be tricked. If unforgiveness is there, it's plain and simple. It needs to be forgiven. It needs to be released and let go. You need to at least try to forgive. We need to do the things that are right when we know what to do, when we know how to be right. If there are people in your family that you have been out of touch with, why? Get in touch with these people if they're still here. If something happens to you today, they'll be sitting at your funeral. They'll be there. They will. So come on, get up off of all the silliness, all the negativity, all the triviality things. Give up on all of that does not really matter, so that you can move forward and be that happy person. And don't allow really how other people treat you to guide your day. If they treat you unfair after the forgiveness, if they treat you a certain kind of way, don't harbor that. Pray for that person and you keep moving. That's all you're required to do, is pray for that person and keep moving. You don't have to waddle in negativity. You don't have to dibble and dabble in negativity. You can have a life, that the life that you're designed to have, because of all the goodness that's on the inside of you. God ain't create no mess. Your parents created you. Your parents made you come forth, but God is the almighty creator, and he was the one that breathed the breath of life into you and is still doing that. He's the one that making sure all these organs work the way they should do. Your thinking factors, your vision. And of course, we got to line up with a healthy lifestyle to say, God, I appreciate you, and I'm going to be a healthier person this year because I appreciate what you put together in my body on the inside of me that's working properly. I appreciate it. And when they're not working properly, line up and do what you need to do. With God always being the orchestrator from the inside of your system, the inside of your body, your mind, spirit, and soul. Peace and love, guys. Go out there and make it a great day. I'm a little dry. And my tea is cold, so I'm getting ready to make me another hot glass so I can clear myself. But have a wonderful day. Peace and love. And I'll see you real soon as we move and challenge our bodies to do the right thing. Our bodies are the temples of God. We got to challenge ourselves. Take care of yourself, guys. Peace and love and a lot of it. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.